At the end, there's a double bed and like a door with a door, like these little cab coffin things. That's where he was staying, and that's where I was staying. That's where the both of us were sleeping and staying. But yeah, no, so even in the hotels, we were sharing the same bed and being very close. And he would get really like handsy-feely. Multiple times had he grabbed the yayas. And then one night, oh my God, no, it's so bad. Oh God, it's so bad. There was one night where like we were like asleep. I was like half asleep. I'm guessing he was half asleep. And he kissed me on the lips. Yeah, no, cuddling was big. That was a hit. That was a fan favorite. How did no one around him say anything? Bro, I'm not being funny. If you're friends with a weirdo, you're also a weirdo. That's why I didn't say anything, because they're just as bad. There's stuff I just don't feel like I can actually say.
Are you guys ready for some crazy allegations? I hope most of you guys remember the name Wilbur Soot, because he's going to be the subject of today's video, where a previous friend or collaborator is alleging him of doing some really bad stuff to her. This collaborator goes by the name Hey Amru, who I don't think is as big as Wilbur, even in his prime, but recently, she did a TikTok live where she talked about her experience with a certain creator, and although she didn't name drop him, I just referred to him as Mr. That's it. Long-running fans believe they put a piece together and assume he's talking about Wilbur. Now, I will say now, this is one of the hardest videos to script and formulate, because the basis for his allegations is from a really badly spliced TikTok live on Twitter. But I want to cover it anyways, because the fucking name Wilbur is trending on Twitter, and when you click on it or just search his name, you have stuff like this calling him a groomer, people actually buying it. So I looked into it, and here's the best story I could piece together if these allegations are about Wilbur Soot. And even if they're not, it's laughable how all the fan has gotten to this point where you have tweets like this. So basically, the story starts when Hey Amru met Wilbur when she was 17, and he was about, for my estimate, between 25 to 27. She claims that they weren't together, but some weird stuff allegedly started happening back then and after she became 18, where the really bad stuff being levied seemed to be a little bit of grooming, some emotional manipulation, and an apparent SA after she was 18. Some of these incidents also happened while she was with him and he was doing a tour with his band, Lovejoy. So his own band members are brought into this as enablers for now, whistleblowing this weird behavior. So make sure to stick around to see the whole crazy story, and also because this rude person is like balls against the walls psychotic. Okay, so like I said previously, the only way I could find this was just this thread. That's it. And they're not all together. No. They're all like 1 minute, 2 minutes, 1 minute, 30 seconds, all that stuff. And it's 13 videos. And also, there's more, God bless them, but this moron didn't even make it like chronological. So, the events of what happened is it's not like starting from here and then it goes down here. No, like the beginning of what she retells is around like the 4th video, 6th video. And then, you go back to the first one and it finishes on this one, the 13th or 14th video. It makes no sense. I had to go back so many times, to make sure, so this happened back then in this timeline, and when she turned 18, the sexual assault happened right then and there. Okay, got it. I hope so, I got it. And by the way, also, I saw online some pictures between Wilbur and Rue where they seem to be together. Not clearly going out, but like in the same room, on the couch, all that stuff. It's not definitely proof they were dating, but they were clearly interacting. And so this story, like I said, began when she was 17, and the first bad thing that was alleged was the grooming part, where to make her feel special, he described her as his little sister, or he sees her as one. A very weird claim where later on, he also gets it on with her.
We're sitting on in the...
Also, by the way, I forgot to mention, this fucking idiot sped up the video like 2 times. So if she sounds like Alvin the Chipmunks, that's why. Why would you do this?
This is like in the tour bus, and we were sat on the sofa, and we were just yapping. And a guy comes in, he was like a new part of the crew, and he was a little bit weird, and he made me feel a bit uncomfortable. He's making me feel a little uncomfortable. And I was looking at him and I was like, so I looked back. I keep going to say his name, bruh. I look back at Mr.
So who's that retard right there? Stop talking whenever she's talking. What do you mean? It's comments. It's not audio.
And he was just like death staring this guy. Mr. Evil, that's hilarious. He was like death staring this guy. Death staring. And he was like, and then Mr. was like, are you okay? Like that guy was it was super fucking weird. He was like, I feel like he was like trying to like flirt with you or like move to you or something. That's really fucking weird. He was like, I've gone into like protective mode. Like, okay, Aaron, calm down, Mr. Trump is crazy.
Right. I would say last word. When I was watching this, when I was watching this the first time, it did feel weird, like, you know, him being very protective of this person. However, despite that, there was so clear like signs that they were going together, like going out together, like, you know, romantically. I'll show later, you know, for the sake of a structure.
Like, and I was like, oh my god, like, yeah. Looking back on it, bruh, you should have taken yourself out. You actually should have taken yourself out the door, bitch, because you don't even pretend like that night. Like, what the fuck? This fucking guy. Look at that.
You guys better give me a fucking like, because like I sat through all 13 of these goddamn videos, and she never drops this annoying energy.
Oh my god. Do you know what else is really fucking weird?
Oh, what?
It would chop and change, but like every now and then he'd be like, no, like you're like my little sister. Like I love you like a little sister. I don't know what you think. I don't know what your relationship is with your sister, but if you're doing this to your sister, I call incest.
Yeah, that is true, you know, very part of the story. Two awful parts to that. Some people would see that as grooming, like, you know, like by him calling her his little sister, like, you know, making her feel special, you know, making her until she turns 18, trying to like lure on a relationship with her. So you've got that, if it's true. And as well, yeah, it's very weird when later on they're clearly, you know, going out together romantically. So, you know, again, like, these are allegations, and she never name drops Wilbur. However, like, you know, with long-running fans offer, they put the pieces together and they're like, oh, she's talking about Wilbur, clearly.
Did you date? No. But you would have fucking thought. If you, do you know what annoys me? Because no one saw. No, they kind of did though. Like everyone knew what was happening, but they didn't. You would have fucking thought we were dating, which is crazy.
You would have saw, oh my god, that was really bad. Wilbur, an older gentleman, is forcing this relationship on a young girl. That's fucking awful. You know, she must have made like some very obvious signs that they weren't together. Let's see that. The one video that wasn't fucking sped up.
Yeah,
Thank you, God.
Like, I'd go to it every night. There was one point where I stayed at his house for a week straight. It was a week straight I stayed there. And I mean, this was normal. Like, I'd stay there every night and stay till like 8 a.m. and then go home.
Right, okay. In some boundaries, right? I guess a girl staying over the guy's house is not romantic. Like, it's not like a girlfriend-boyfriend situation. Okay, but like, what else, you know?
But like this time,
did
I
she
didn't
claim?
go home. I just was staying there for a week straight. And I didn't. I was just chilling at his, like, literally.
Just chilling.
And it was like, I was just like this little at-home, like, fucking wife. Like, he'd go out.
At-home wife. Oh man, sounds like, you know, like lovey-dovey.
And then come, like, go to the studio and then come back home. And I'd just be there and I was like, hey, like. And we were just chilling. Like, yeah, no, it was fucked up. But yeah, no, we were sleeping in the same bed every night.
Sleeping in... You guys are really good friends. Like, it's fucking like Naomi and Daniel Green, like, you know, sleep in the same bed. Like, you know, not romantically. God, no. Like, you're just friends. That's it. Just chilling. Okay, my main issue with this is that I picked it up on, like, the second time I watched this, is that this really feels like a person where they went over another guy and then they really regret it. And their brain is so, like I said, so balls against the wall, psychotic, that they literally rewired the memories. So they were like, oh, why did people think we were dating? And we're like, you said, like, you know, you slept at his house in the same bed. What are you now, you know, putting together where it's very clear that you're going out with him? And also, again, like, you know, don't be like so retroactive. Oh, we were sleeping in the same bed. We were just friends. Like, no. Again, you know, she never named her Wilbur, but what other person could she be talking about and trying to slander? I just can't think of anybody else. And also, again, like, despite that, the name Wilbur is the one being dragged through the mud. just his. Okay, this next video is the one where she covers the groping part, the sexual assault part, and this part sounds pretty bad, but you know, once again, allegedly, all this stuff, you know. And also, I'm sorry, but like my brain could not stop thinking about like the K-book situation. Was like some girl where she was getting on with some other guy, and then retroactively they were like, oh my god, I was sexually assaulted. Not claiming anything on this poor person, Rue, but the similarity between this and that, they feel so fucking similar.
Nids.
Also, by the way, these people are retards. 18 is still a baby.
Also, I knew him before I was 18. I mean, it's like, anyway. I'm guessing you aren't in contact with any of these people anymore. No! I'm
guessing those people she means like Wilbur and the bands of Lovejoy, I imagine.
Fuck no.
Legally, it's so horrible, unethical, it shouldn't be. Christ. I mean, like, you know, completely.
And
if this is, you know, it is all true, but even like, you know, she was 18 around this part. Like, you know, even then, like, you know, if this is all true, that she groped her, he groped her, sorry.
His excuse, and he would get really like handsy-feely. Multiple times had he grabbed the yayas and the buns. Yeah, for real.
That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad if it's all true, you know. But like, I'm sorry, but it's one of those things where like someone alleges something, but like they leave all the pieces right then and there, and you're like, okay, I have no idea like what angle to take this from, because one, you're saying like, you know, you want to get her, but at the same time you're going to his house, you're sleeping in the same bed, and also later on she calls like his friends, Wilbur's friends, weirdos for not whistleblowing him for, you know, being a predator, groomer.
I want to kill myself. I'm being so serious, guys. Guys, I'm laughing because I just can't even believe it. Oh my god, I can't believe this happened. Yeah. And his excuse would be like, oh, like I'm just taking loads of melatonin, it makes me really loopy. And like,
man, it sounds pretty bad. Like, you know, if all that's true, like, you know, he was groping her, being a bit of a dirty nonce, taking melatonin, you know, that would be weird. But once again, allegedly. So you've got that part. Now I'll watch the 13th video alongside the 11th video, because she talks about how the worst part, like, you know, she's bringing up non-stop, is how she was like in the same bed with him, because they're just friends, and his friends would never call him out, you know, because they didn't find it weird, you know. And also she quotes, if you're friends with a weirdo, then you're a weirdo. So he's very clearly dragging his friends along with him.
And there's a double bed and like a door with a door, like these little cab coffin things. If you don't know what like the inside of like a sleeper tour bus looks like, etc. It's like these, coffins on top of it. They've got curtains that shut. But at the end, there's a double bed with a door, like a room. That's where he was staying, and that's where I was staying.
Oh my god. What a fucking, what a creep. And you said nothing about that? He was so clearly holding his power and age over you.
Still sleeping.
My god.
Staying. So everyone else had their separate.
If only I could have comments like this in my video. We got your back, girl. We are here, diva. I don't comments like this.
For some reason, I was in there with him. Everyone could see me go in there every night. Hi, this is insane.
Alright, shut up now. Right, so she very clearly insinuates that all of Wilbur's friends, and again, like, you know, just like to really reinforce, like, you know, we know that she's referring to Wilbur. You know, who else was she friends with that also had a tour going on? Of course, you know, he'd be the guy that has his own band with his friends, and she was clearly with I'm sure people could like find pictures of like when she'd go with him on tour. So she's insinuating that his friends are weirdo just like him for not whistleblowing his weird. I think she even said before, like, you know, the bar is so low in his community that his friends don't call this out being very weird. I'll put right now the clip actually.
No one will whistle blow or like, and this is why I've tried to express that it's so bad. It's so normalised and so horrifically bad. Like, the bar is so low and everyone is so delusional that you could tell people this on Twitter and they go, yeah, but no. And it's like, wow. This is really upsetting, actually. It started to not feel right when it had been happening for a while at this point, and then rather than it being like us being really best friends, because that's what he would call me, say, my best friend, I love you. He'd be like, you're my good friend, I love you, old man. There was a level of guilt I felt for some reason, or like I was doing something bad or wrong.
Like, once again, if you're friends with someone and they, like, their girlfriend is like so willing to sleep in the same bed with them, would you find that weird? No. Like, even the age gap, you know, let's say, like, you know, she's 18 and he was 27 when this happened. You know, bit of a weird age gap, 9 years. But overall, if she seems happy, like, you know, now they're uncomfortable with him, then what the fuck can you call out? And once again, I want to make this very clear. This story has gone so far, like in a matter of days, where you have stuff like this. Oh my god, he's a groomer. Call the police. This is fucked up. I have no idea. Like, see, Wilbur Soot, the Soot House member, like, you know, this gif, you know, really crying the point home. There's a groomer, or this stuff. Like, everyone's just buying it. So, I mean, there's a picture of a mountain, very nice, but they all believe this. People dragging Wilbur Soot to 2005 for touching kids. Just put a bullet in his skull already. 1.6k upvotes. What? Right, so there you have it. I remember seeing somewhere else that Wilbur doesn't have to respond to this, but honestly, I think he should. Like, if these are all untrue, you know, or about another person, he needs to make people aware of that. And if these did happen, and he's a bit weird, then he should come out with his own defense and explain what the fuck happened. And even if he doesn't, I think it would be interesting to see what his band members of Lovejoy have to say, because they were also accused of being weirdos, as I showed previously, just by proxy to Wilbur. And plus, I feel like it would be easy to be like, well, yeah, you know, we didn't suspect anything, because you were clearly together 100%. But with that said, I'm not really sure if this story would develop further, because Rue did say that she didn't want this stuff to get big or go on Twitter. But regardless, here we are now talking about it, where the name Wilbur brings up tweets calling him a groomer, as if his name couldn't get any worse from this point.